Tonight, on a very special Memorial Day Bayou Time, we will honor those that have fallen before us by showing you events and those that remain that honor our veterans and our great heroes of war. On tonight's program, we'll show you a local event in Terrebonne Parish where the Wounded Warriors were involved. Mr. Danny Piku spearheads this with many people each and every year. We'll bring you there for this event. And also, we'll take a trip to Lafourche and show you a program that they had in commemoration of Memorial Day. We'll have this and more tonight. Don't go away.
Deep in the heart of the bayou, we are gathered here tonight. Now it's time for action, 'cause our lives are on the line. Tonight we'll do our very best to break through all the bureaucratic mess. The time has come tonight, 'cause it's Bayou time. Show what Louisiana's all about.
Now, from the Eugene Folse Studios in Houma, here's Martin Folse.
And hello again, everyone. I'm Martin Folse. Thanks for joining us on a very special Memorial Day. Well, before we get to some of our programs that actually honor some of our heroes that are still with us, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have weather right here on HTV. Don't go away. Welcome back as we commemorate not only those who have fallen on a very special day, but those that have fought in wars and have been wounded. Wounded Warriors is one of those organizations, and they were in Terrebonne Parish last week. And we sent cameras there to sort of bring you the program. They had a big fishing rodeo. But with that, Danny Piku and his crew did a fabulous job, as they always do, of making sure that the Wounded Warriors were taken care of and that they were part of the community. This event is growing each and every year. We had Cole Walker, Jason Serenier, and Sylvia Masters on hand. We'll bring you part one of our coverage in Pointe-au-Tremble.
Hi, I'm Sylvia Masters, and today is National Armed Forces Day. I am here at the Wounded Veterans Fishing Rodeo in Pointe-au-Tremble. We're going to catch up with several people who put on this event from year to year. Danny, thanks for joining us today. Tell me, what is so unique about Terrebonne Parish having the fishing rodeo here?
Having a fishing rodeo in Pointe-au-Tremble, which belongs, the camp we stand and all that they're filming right now, it belongs to Miss Margaret Wynn and Mr. Timmy Fongi. The Fongi family got involved with the Terrebonne Patriots, which I am the president of, and they asked me, Danny, can we get involved in this 3 years ago? We started off with 6 families coming home and taking them fishing. It grew so much this year, we brought in 46, 47, I think, Wounded Warriors. We brought in a lot of their families. So they have a total probably of 70 to 80 people in the Houma area. And this is the best place in Terrebonne Parish to have a fishing rodeo because it has the facilities. We have a lot of kayakers that came down today, and they have a kayak ramp right over here at Mr. Eddie's. And also there's another gentleman that's involved in this, Mr. Ronnie Lazito. He's at Shoreline Charters. And Mr. Ronnie has put a lot of these boats together that donated their time and came down there to help us out.
Now, you are the president, as you mentioned, of Terrebonne Patriots. What is Terrebonne Patriots? What do y'all do?
Terrebonne Patriots was organized 9 years ago by a man named Dr. D. Sika Eye Care. His wife called me up, Miss Melissa, and asked me, said, Mr. Danny, we heard that you can help organize anything in this town. It was an honor, okay? And I said, well, okay, well, let's meet. So we met. She told me what they wanted to do. I formed a parade for them because we did a little military parade. From that, we had the Civic Center. We had the memorial on 311. We had the parade down Main Street. And it grew so big in the last 9 years that now, and let me just tell the public this year we will not have a parade on Main Street. Okay, and the reason why we're not having a parade on Main Street, we have a lot of military stuff in the parades, but I guess it's so hot in the month of July that people don't want to stand on the streets, you know, to come down. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring everything to the Civic Center. We're going to have a memorial there, not on 311. We have a memorial at 6 o'clock on the July 1st, okay, Saturday, July 1st. And we'll have all the presentations, the same thing we do on Highway 311. That way it gives more people to come see everything at the Civic Center.
Now, where is all the money going to today?
The money goes directly to what you see right here today. Every veteran, and when we say wounded warriors, ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, it's veterans. It's plain veterans. We have so many veterans down here today that called us up and, Mr. Danny, can we go fishing? If I had the room, I'll put them on the boats, okay? And we're gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger with veterans. My deal on veterans is, my dad was a veteran. My dad was in World War II, Normandy Beach invasion. My dad died, made it home, never would talk about it. But my dad died on the 4th of July day for our celebration we have now. So this means so much to me in my heart for my family.
Is there anyone that this rodeo is dedicated to?
The rodeo is dedicated basically this year here, and I'm gonna try to say the names right. Mr. Chad Morange and Mr. The first name I can't remember, but A-A-L-S-T, the last name. Both of them are master sergeants. One was in the Air Force and one was in the Army. Both lost their lives years ago, okay? I'm not gonna mention, I guess, on the air whose sons they are right now, but at a later date I will come back on the air and tell everybody here. But we're celebrating these two boys, and all these guys here from the Wounded Warriors today are celebrating. Tonight we will have a little banquet for the Wounded Warriors, and we will have all the families there to show them what their sons meant to us.
And what is the main purpose of this fishing rodeo today? You know, you want to show the veterans the hospitality that we offer here, but what else?
We want to show them hospitality of Houma, Louisiana. There's no place, let me tell you, there's no place in America that can take Terrebonne Parish away from us. This is the number one. I've talked to so many people from the Wounded Warriors and different people, and they tell me, Mr. Danny, we go all over. We go fishing, we go hunting, we go all over the United States. Terrebonne Parish treats us the best we ever seen, because let me tell you, when they come down here, there's never a question what happened to you, what is. We don't worry about that. We're going to take care of them. We're going to show them the best time. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go back and say it one more time. We are the best.
And how can anybody contact you if they want to be involved with Terrebonne Patriots?
You can contact me. I'm going to give me my phone number, 985-637-0156. It's the best way to get me is by that phone number. We have a website, but we're redoing our website right now, so I'm not going to give you that number. But we on Facebook too. Terrebonne Patriots on Facebook, okay? And you can look it up, and you can call me. You can call me 24 hours a day. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have my phone with me, so I can't take it right now. But I'm going to go get it in the car because I know I have 30 phone calls in a minute.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Danny. Enjoy today.
Thank you all very much for coming.
Charlie, thanks for joining us today. What do you think about this event meaning to you?
I think it's great. It's a chance for the veterans to come out and not just fish, but connect and bond. And because most of these veterans that come out, they take away more than just a fishing trip and fish. They take away friendship, a bond, camaraderie, and what everybody's doing at Houma, NOLA Patriots, teamed up with the Wounded Warrior Project is awesome because it just gives you a chance to network with people.
Now, what is your role in Wounded Warriors?
I'm a warrior leader. I assist, I facilitate small groups in the Wounded Warrior Project in the area of Houma and St. Charles Parish. And I was assistant van or outreach coordinator on this event as well, contacting Mr. Danny.
And what do you think of organizations such as Terrebonne Patriots and Wounded Warriors helping veterans?
I think it's awesome. I mean, there's veterans that needs assistance out there, and I mean, this is a big deal. I mean, go from sitting on the couch, being isolated, to getting out, enjoying nature. I mean, this just gives you the aspirations to want to be outside and and do something. So, with that said, you talking to others, and it just that connection. I met several people, and you get their numbers and things. So what Terrebonne Patriots and Wounded Warrior Project is doing is bridging the gap. They're bringing us together, and I thank them for it on behalf of all the veterans.
Now, what are you most looking forward to today? Did you fish?
Yes, I fish. I caught the most in my boat, I'm just saying. But tonight they're going to have a nice banquet. Just looking forward to some ball seafood. I think Mr. Danny told me there's going to be crawfish and shrimp. I'm ready to eat.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy today.
Thank y'all.
Tim, thanks for joining us. What is today's purpose?
To honor the veterans for things that they do, because nobody does it. The parish government doesn't do nothing for the veterans. Our government period doesn't do nothing for the veterans. And every year, we do this a lot. We do have a lot of friends that come out. We do have veterans that come out all the time. Pat Kayaks actually donates kayaks once a month to Mission 6, which is a wonderful guy. Mission 6 they come out here, they bring veterans for free. And just to be with people that care about friendship and just honesty, it really is, you can't make it up. And all these guys they just polite, very polite, honest, and you can't make it up.
Why are the veterans so special to you?
Just because it's America. There's nothing more solid than the veteran. There's nothing more pure than a veteran. You can't make it up. It's America.
What's so special about having the fishing rodeo here in Terrebonne Parish at Pointe-aux-Chenes?
It's my family. My family did it. We've been doing it forever. My mom loves it. She doesn't like nothing else. This she does. She doesn't fuss about it.
Now, you are the owner of this camp, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's our camp. It's me and my mom's, but it's our camp.
And what are you looking forward to most today?
Nothing. Just make everybody happy. Nothing. Just do it. Just make everybody happy and just have a wonderful day.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Thank you so much.
I would like to introduce a lady that's been very helpful in the Wounded Warrior Veterans Rodeo this year. Her name is Miss Rhonda. Her husband is Mr. Captain Ronnie. Every year for the last 2 years, she's been making a special gift for the Wounded Warriors. She worked on this for about a year trying to get this stuff ready, and she really worked hard. She would like to come up here, and she'd like to present each one of you warriors with this gift. So, Miss Rhonda?
I want to thank each and every one of you for your services, and thank y'all. And I hope y'all had fun today fishing with this rodeo with all the captains. And I really appreciate everything y'all have done for our country. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
You're winning money, buddy.
Thank you.
You won the rodeo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winner here. They just collected his prize, Mr. Jim Oakley, Vietnam veteran. Mr. Jim, congratulations for being part of our rodeo, and we hope to see you in the future and fish more. But let me win next time.
We have one for Captain Ron here. I won the caught it, and him inviting me here. I'll be back next year. Thank you, bud. Love you for it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Once again, that's sponsored by the Terrebonne Patriots organization. Let me give you their number too. If you want to help them participate, we'll have more on them in the second segment, but their number is 985-637-0156. We'll take a short break. When we come back, a lot more. Don't go away. And welcome back as we continue to bring you some programs in and around the area. And one of those programs we're going to bring you now is part 2 of our coverage in our series on the Wounded Warriors. And once again, the Terrebonne Patriots and Danny Piku and his entire group always put together a great program for the Wounded Warriors. They love coming down to Terrebonne Parish. On this next segment, which was edited by Jason Serenier, we continue our coverage on a great event.
Earlier this morning, I was in Pointe-aux-Chenes for the Wounded Veterans Fishing Rodeo. Terrebonne Patriots, a local organization right here in Houma, put on this event. And now, tonight, I am here in the Hercules Den right here in Houma for the Seafood Boil, where local officials are being recognized.
We as the Terrebonne Patriots in Houma, Louisiana, been welcoming the Wounded Warrior Association for the last 4 years. It has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger in this town with the help of many, many people. These are some of the people in here, and I would like these people to come up to the stage right now because they're a big part of what we do in Terrebonne Parish. And let me just tell you this. I've told y'all over and over and over. There's no place in the world that's better than coming here. Would you people agree with it? We give you the best #1 service. Sheriff Jerry Lopenter, come up here, buddy. Thank you. Parish President Gordy Dove. Come up here, Gordy. Come on up here. Parish Councilman Dirk Guidry. Councilman Al Muller. It means a lot to have these guys in here tonight. So what I want to do is I'm going to pass it on to, I'll let Jerry start with the Lowe's talk. Jerry, go ahead.
Thank you, Danny. It is an honor to be here with such a distinguished guest. You know, as an ex-veteran myself, U.S. Air Force, don't hold it against me, but you know, I had the privilege to serve and spend a little time overseas in the jungle, where probably some of you were at. But you know, after leaving the military, you know, I took an oath, just like all of us, took an oath to uphold our Constitution and our laws of America and protect America. And of course, that doesn't end when we leave our military. Whether I took another oath as a deputy in 1976 and started off with big money at $500 a month. And of course, I was able to become a sheriff here in this parish and be elected 8 times, and I'm very fortunate that the people of this parish seen my abilities to lead. And I think all of you are leaders, without a doubt, are leaders. But it's such an honor to be here. I'm just recuperating from 3 back surgeries last year. I have been probably in pain the last 4 or 5 years. I haven't fished in a year. And those of you from Terrebonne Parish know that I am a fisherman. I don't go fishing, I go catching. So it's a good thing to know where you're going to and when to go and the time to go. But fishing is not just going out there fishing. You got to know all about the tide, the moon, and everything else. And I believe in that. But I also believe in you. And if I can you ever need our office, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, we are here for you. I hope all of you come back. Next year I plan on fishing. I plan on getting involved a lot more because I'm good to go. And again, I'm looking forward to next year, because who's ever going to be with me, you're going to be a winner. Thank y'all.
Yeah, I'm Gordon Dove, Parish President of Terrebonne, and you know, as Parish President, I am over the Houma Police Department, and we have a chief that runs it. And you know, first I want to thank God for our military, for the men and women that have died and been injured and throughout conflict. Of course, you know, me and my wife's daughter's husband, our son-in-law, was killed in action in Kunduz, Providence, in Afghanistan, August 4th, 2010. So we know how crucial it is for our freedom, and the men and women that die for our freedom and fight for our freedom each and every day. God bless them, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you. On behalf of the Terrebonne Parish Council, I welcome y'all to Terrebonne Parish. I hope y'all had a great time and a great opportunity to catch a few fish. We are the fishing capital of the world, if anybody wants to know. I am a veteran of the United States Air Force. I thank y'all for the service that y'all have done for this country. I mean, there's no way that anybody can ever repay y'all for what y'all have been through. I've served a little bit at the end of Vietnam. I wasn't in any battles, and I respect all you men and women that fought in battles, or even the ones that supported them. Everybody behind the line needed that support from the back, you know. But, you know, thank you guys, you veterans, but also thanks to the families that had to sit and wait at their house and worry about somebody coming and knocking their door and telling them that their loved one has been passed on, you know. So, listen, thank you guys, and if there's anything the Terrebonne Parish government could ever do for you guys, just ask. I respect y'all with all my heart. Thank y'all.
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. I come from a long a family of a lot of veterans. I really would like to mention their names. My dad was Henry Momorn, his brother Emil Momorn, my first cousin Robert Momorn, and my first cousin James Momorn. They were served in World War II. James didn't come back. He's still missing in action, but the rest made it home. And my dad always told me to respect the flag. In fact, my dad raised the flag up and down on a flagpole his entire life. He died at 90 in 2014. And I just come from a family that really respected veterans. I respect them. I think they special people. They should be treated special. Wounded warriors should be treated. My dad always told me to respect the flag, take care of my family, work hard, and God would take care of me. And I hope God takes care of all of you guys. Thank y'all.
I want all you Patriots people, come up here, please. Everybody. Come on, y'all can walk. Let's go. Everybody, front stage, right here, front stage. You know, I might be the spokesman right now for the Terrebonne Patriots. I might be the workhorse for the Terrebonne Patriots. But you know, always the leader, he's got great people behind him. And without great people behind him, nothing happens. So these are my soldiers right here. These are the soldiers that make everything happen in Houma, Louisiana. And I'll start from here, and I'll give the mic and introduce yourself. From the end, pass it down.
Brad Verrett.
Sandy Traha.
And Sandy's the treasurer of our organization, and I'm Denise Berg. I'm secretary.
Mitchell Berg.
Ron Mangles.
Karen Collins, I'm vice president.
Kitty Morange, one of the soldiers.
Michelle Morange Verrett.
Dawn Terracina.
Mike Morange. Thank y'all.
At this banquet tonight, Terrebonne Patriots recognized two families who this fishing rodeo was dedicated to.
This year here, we dedicated this year the Terrebonne Patriots and also PAC, which is Pointe-au-Chien Kayak Rentals, with Mr. Timmy Fonge and his family. We dedicated this year to two soldiers that lost their lives. One of them was Senior Master Sergeant Chad Morange. Next one was Van Alst, Master Sergeant, lost his life in the service. And we took upon ourselves this year, and we called the families, and we told the families we want, and the families gave us their blessing. Mona, thank you. Miss Kitty, thank you. Mike, thank you. Gaudy, thank you for letting us do this. I would like Mr. Dirk to read something, because let me just tell you this. I bleed this. I cry for this. And I can't read this. So, Dirk, would you read it?
Thank you, Danny. I'd be honored to. Senior Master Sergeant Chad Michael Marone was born and raised in Houma. He joined the Air Force right out of high school. Chad served in the United States Air Force for 26 years, during which he received numerous awards, including the Air Force Meritorious Service Award, Air Force Commendation Medal, Air Force Achievement Medal, Combat Readiness Medal, Good Conduct Medal, and the National Defense Service Medal. This rodeo was dedicated to him this year, along with Master Sergeant Jared Van Alst. Would mean the world to him, as he loved being on the water growing up here in South Louisiana. Here's another one for Jared Van Alst. Was born in Lasonia, New Hampshire. He enlisted in the U.S. Army as a single support system specialist in 1995. Jared was assigned to the Army Special Operations Command Supporting Operations Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. Airborne and Ranger qualified, he served at the 75th Ranger Regiment at Fort Benning, Georgia. As a single support system specialist, an infantryman, sniper team leader, and platoon sergeant. He also served with United States Army Marksmanship Unit. He was posthumously awarded the Bronze Star Medal, the Purple Heart, and the Defense Meritorious Service Medal. It was a very good honor to read this. And thank y'all folks for what y'all gave up, Mona. And the Marone family, thank y'all.
You know, Jared, he was a soldier. He was a man's man. He was a, he was a master sergeant. He led a team on August 4th, 2010 into Afghanistan, Condas Providence, and was killed in action. You know, we buried him in Arlington, you know, a few weeks later, and with full military honors. If you're killed in action, they do the case on horses, and they do the whole military honors. And he was a good, he was a true soldier. He died for his country, and that's why we have to honor all our soldiers, living and passed away, and who was killed in action or wounded in action. I mean, this is why we're free today. I mean, he was in the military. he was an Army Ranger for 15 years, and he had Purple Hearts prior to that. He was shot twice before, and he'd go on missions, in Iraq and Afghanistan, and he was, he was eventually killed, and so he's sorely missed.
When we come back, we continue this coverage, very important, and then Christian Falls headed to Lafourche Parish to bring you some of the events that they were commemorating Memorial Day. We'll be right back. As we go back to Pointe-au-Chien, Cole Walker, Jason Serenier, and Sylvia Masters covered a very important patriotic tribute that the Patriots organization gives to the wounded warriors.
These three guys, Van Metra, Cookie, and Thomas. Van is the leader in Louisiana for the Wounded Warriors. Cookie is the second man in charge, and he is the master, okay? And then we have the Reverend here. This is Reverend Thomas Haynes. Reverend has been coming down here with Cookie for the last 3 to 4 years or whatever we've been doing. He's a leader. He's a great friend of mine, and I want to honor him and the rest of you guys tonight. It's an honor to bring you guys to Houma, Louisiana. Proud to bring you to Houma, Louisiana, okay? And you never stop coming to Houma, Louisiana, because I will not let you stop coming to Houma, Louisiana, okay? Dan, say a few words, just a few.
All right. Hey guys, I just want to go ahead and say, thank you for everybody who came for the Wounded Warrior Project. And again, just a real quick round of applause for everybody who did this for us, guys. This is one of our biggest events all year that I host for Louisiana and Mississippi. Mr. Danny, everybody that works on it, they put on a first-class show. Everybody who's ever came loved it. You can tell by every year that we do this, we add about 10 veterans that come every year. And believe me, I have to turn a bunch away who want to come. So I know we started out with like 20, then we had 30, now we have 40. Next year we'll probably have 50. I mean, that just goes to show you how good it is that they spread the word and more people want to come, participate, and have fun. We appreciate y'all for allowing us to come out here and have all the camaraderie with each other, with y'all, and getting back involved in the community. And we thank you a lot.
We appreciate it, buddy. And let me put Cookie on. Do we need to talk to him first or what?
He'll wait.
Okay, he'll wait.
Thank you, Mr. Danny. Thank you, NOLA Patriots, Wounded Warrior Project. This event is more than just about fishing. It's about bridging the gap. It's about bridging the gap in relationships and getting everyone active and involved, because we get out to these events, and it's like I said, it's more than about fishing. It's about building relationships and just getting out the house, because I don't know, don't take it for granted. It's sometimes it's hard for people for some of the veterans just to get out the house alone. So this is a big step, and for some it's a first step. But we just thank NOLA Patriots, and we thank the community just with open arms, and they've been doing this for years, and it just seems like their arms keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I just don't know how, but again, thank y'all.
The Bible says to give honor where honor is due. And again, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Danny, Terrebonne Patriots, to our leaders in this community for what you're doing, because it does make a difference.
We also caught up with 2 veterans who participated in this year's fishing rodeo. What do the both of you think that this organization means so much to you? I know you are both veterans. Talk about what this organization means to you.
It means a lot because you have such great camaraderie with all the other veterans that come and participate, but you also have great camaraderie with the citizens of Terrebonne Parish. I grew up down the bayou from here. My brother lives here. I have a lot of friends here, but it brings everybody together as a community, and it means a whole bunch to these people to give back so much. And the hospitality and just the love and affection that these people show to us every year is just amazing.
There's no place in the world that you can go and get treated like you're number one. And coming today was not only part of Wounded Warrior Project, but the Terrebonne Patriots. they were just amazing. We could not have pulled this off ourselves, nor would we have. And there's no better place for us to actually go out, relax, kind of get a quiet space, which is really what this is about. It wasn't about catching fish. It was about being with people that you know, people that want to know you and like you and appreciate you. And we just can't say enough.
How was being in the service changed your life?
It's a great experience. I mean, I've been places I would have never have gone before had I not been in the military. I've been to countries that most people will never ever go to other than in the military. I've been to locations that people would dream of being, you know, and I've done things that other people never get the opportunity to do. And for me, being a retired soldier it's great. It's an experience that many people don't get to experience, and you know, guys like this come to you and talk to you, and we find out that we're brothers in more than one way, and you know, we got a lot more in common than just the military, and it's a camaraderie that you wouldn't gain anywhere else, and the military gives you that opportunity. And I know things are tough these days. Kids going in the military these days, their parents are real nervous, but you got to trust the leadership, and you have to trust that these kids are going to get the best training, and they're going to be part of the best military in the world, and that's what it is. And you can't find that anywhere else.
The bond that you create with another soldier, especially somebody who's been in combat, seen the same things that you've seen. I'm a veteran of multiple wars. That being said, I wouldn't change a thing. I did it when I was very young, and I stayed in for 21 years. I absolutely loved it. I didn't love some of the things I did, but I mean, that's what you do when you're a patriot for your country. But sometimes I kind of wish that you know, things could have been different on one side, where my family wouldn't have to pay for the love of my country that I have. And unfortunately, sometimes it seems that way, but things like this get us over it. We know that the community appreciates us. You know that Mr. Danny and the rest of his cohorts appreciate us, and it makes it worth it for us, you know.
But you're here for a reason, and we want to continue this process. Danny PQ right here makes this happen every year. How about Danny? That man works overtime all year long to make this perfect for each and every one of you. We're going to continue to process this thing and make it better every year, but we need your support to make this happen. Always remember what's important in your life and how you've gotten to where you are. Remember to take care of your family, and remember, freedom does not come free. I love each and every one of you. God bless you. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see you guys sometime in the near future. Danny?